Alright guys, so like I said before, I'm not going to do the whole thing of taking everything apart. I just want to show you the most important pieces and kind of the things that were missing on some of the videos that I've watched online to replace this thing. So essentially what I did was just loosen this bottom nut here holding this fairing on. There's a bolt back here that has to be taken out, and that kind of frees this whole area where you're going to put your slip on. So essentially I took that bolt out. M4 gives you one that you're going to put back in to kind of hold it in place. The next thing, and this is kind of what not too many people talk about in their video, is you've got this servo cable here. It's attached to your factory pipe, and this servo cable kind of comes up, goes through the fairing here, and then it comes up right in this area. So what I did to kind of make it easier for me, so I don't have to sit here and yank on this thing, is you've got a pin here that holds this side fairing on. I just undid that, and then you kind of have to turn and twist it to get it loose from this trim piece here. So you get this trim piece that comes along the side. You could probably do it without removing that, but I'm just trying to do it as efficiently and smartly as possible. So what I'm going to do now is I've got these two cables are loose. I'm going to fish them up here. Here's the servo, which I've already undone here. There's a couple bolts that kind of hold it in. So I'm going to go ahead and detach these cables here, pull the servo. Of course, I would definitely recommend disconnecting your battery since you are working with some sensors and electronics. I'm going to go ahead and detach these two cables from the servo very gently, work them down through my the side of the fairing, detach it, and then I'm going to go ahead and loosen up the rest of the bolts that are holding this monstrosity in place. But most important part, most people don't tell you when you're doing this, is that servo cable. And what I did was went ahead and bought a servo buddy. I kind of tried to look online and see, you know, what do I need to do, and I'm going to go the servo buddy route. But this is kind of, to me, the missing piece that not too many people talk about is, well, what the heck do you do? Now, I'm sure you could go ahead and loosen the cables up and leave this servo in here and let it spin, but I prefer doing it you know, what I've kind of researched and found to be the proper way. I'm just going to disconnect this servo, the cables, take the servo buddy, plug it in, and that'll eliminate the whole servo and the cables and all that. I'm not going to do this whole video going through this mundane process, but once I get it finished and in, I'll go ahead and kind of tell you what I did. Maybe it'll help you out. All right guys, so I got the servo out. It is kind of a pain in the butt. First of all, you've got you got to unplug it. You got two plugs. It's pretty self-explanatory. Two different sizes. Trying to be very careful. I don't want to scratch my bike up. But basically you've got, and this is probably not the way it was on here, but you got this wire kind of hook that's holding down your two lines here. So you got to get that off of there, and it was fairly easy to get off. So I pulled it off, and then your two cables, of course, are going to be stuck in here, and they're connected here. I broke one side off accidentally. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to damage anything. I want to have all the same parts that I take off the bike, but if I had to, I could reuse this servo or buy another one. They're not that expensive. But essentially, you've got them running through here. They're connected right here. I basically just popped it off from the bottom and then got them both out. So now my servo is out. I don't need it, but I am going to hang on to it because, like I said, I want to keep parts that come off of this bike. And once you get that servo off of there, you've got access to this little area here, so you could store something if you needed to. I did purchase the servo buddy. It plugged right into where the actual servo came from, so it's installed. Now I've got these wires. I'm going to fish these wires down and pull them on out. Take your time with this, guys. There's no need to rush. This is a brand new bike, so I'm trying to be as careful as I can not to damage it in any way, scratch it or anything like that. So I'm going to go in and remove those cables, fish them on down, then I'll pull the old monstrosity off of there. Okay guys, so I've got the wires out. I essentially removed this side fairing here just so I don't scratch anything, or it's you know, not in the way. You got a kind of a cable tie that it's hooked to. You want to go ahead and open that up, get the servo wires kind of loose. And I just went through here. They were running through the running through here and then down inside, and I just took my time, carefully went ahead and ran them on through, stuck them down. They came out the side here, so they're free. And now I can go ahead and loosen up this pipe. I've already got it kind of loose, got everything that's kind of holding it in place loose. I've got one more bolt right here I'm gonna take off, and then I think I'm gonna put that bolt back in there because I've seen some that have this Street Slayer on them. I don't like having that open, so I'm gonna try to put that bolt right back in there to kind of make it look somewhat stock. But just take your time. I'm sure there's 100 ways to do this. They're better than mine, but I want to just try to do it as easy, as clean as possible. Take my time, be as careful as I can with the bike. And I can already see, and I already know from videos I've seen, this is going to be kind of an issue trying to get this off, but I'm just going to take my time, and it should come off of there. I'll probably have to turn it a little bit, but that's the servo part of it. To me, that's the missing piece that not too many people do on their videos. So I just kind of wanted to show you how to get that done as easily and cleanly as possible. I got the servo buddy plugged in, but just take your time. I personally didn't want to leave the servo in there, pull the wires and leave it spinning. Why not just go ahead and spend the 60 bucks, put the servo buddy in there, clean out that area, have a little bit of space. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up, take this pipe off, put the M4 Street Slayer on there, and then I'll come back, and once I've got it installed, I'll let you hear what it sounds like. All right guys, so we got the M4 Street Slayer mounted up. We got a bolt right here. That's the one that came from M4. Got a nut that goes on the back side. Just tighten those up. And then of course you got your clamp right here. It's kind of hard to see, but your clamp from the original muffler, you're going to retain that and use it to tighten down your M4. The biggest challenge you're going to run into is once you do get to that big huge box that's sitting here, it's a pain in the butt, I'll be honest with you. And when you get to working on it, you'll see what the hell I'm talking about. That big old box, and it fills this whole area in. What I had to do was kind of work with it, twist it, and I was able to twist it this way and bring it out on this side. It is a pain in the butt. You're gonna have to work with it. Just be careful. Once you get that out of there, you're golden. Your M4 just slips right in place. Tighten it up right here with the bolt that they provided you, and your original clamp from the original muffler. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to find that son of a gun. But anyways, you're gonna clamp it back down. I've already cranked it up, listened to it. Don't have any check engine lights or anything on. So I'll go ahead and crank it up and kind of let you hear what it sounds like. It's kind of loud. I was kind of surprised, but it sounds good. So it sounds pretty good, man. Really wakes it up a little bit. This is a 22 Zx6r in the metallic. It's like a midnight blue metallic color. One thing I would like to do is get rid of this. I don't know what Kawasaki was thinking. It's like, seems like they just kind of said, well, what do we have left laying around? Oh, let's just throw this little arrow with a stripe. So what I want to do is cut that whole thing off and just leave that Zx6r. I think it will look so much better if they would have done that. I don't know what they were thinking. But that's probably gonna be my last modification to the 22 Zx6r. Haven't seen any videos really with this color scheme on the 22. So this is mine with the M4 Street Slayer. Like that pipe, I had an M4 full pipe on my 2003 6RR that looked really good on it. And at the time they had just come out with pipes, and that one was really a lot milder than this one. This one's a little bit louder than what I thought it would be, but I like it. So guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, man. Let's grow this damn channel. I've been doing these videos for a long time, and I stuck at 450 some subscribers. I want to bring some more content, some more videos, but it takes time and effort to put these things together. So if you could help me out, man, just give me a thumbs up. Let's get the channel up in the algorithms. It's mostly a gun channel, but try to bring you guns and trucks and now bikes. So if you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel, and help a brother out to get this thing going. Thanks, guys. 9mm Sarge out.